Hey guys, a lot of people have asked me to do a video talking about my favorite movies of 2011. Basically what I'm talking about are my favorite, basically these are movies I saw in the theaters or were theater movies. At some point I may do one on like direct-to-DVD movies and things like that. But as the list, if I sound a little weird, I've had a cough the last couple days, but the first part of the list is like my top movies, then movies that were good but not like my all-time favorites of the year, and then the least favorites, and then the best worst movies of the year. Kind of like Troll 2, they're bad movies, but they're still good. The first movie on the list is Insidious, and I'm not holding them up because some of them I have most of them, but I'm sort of just doing this not as much on a DVD update as more just general of the movies. But Insidious, which is the James Wan film, and basically that was like a haunted in the house. And, I just thought that was really well done. I'm not going to talk too much about them. I'm just going to say my list. Water for Elephants, which I really like that movie. I don't know, I thought that was really well done. I like seeing Ken Foree. He had a small part in it, but I was really like seeing his part in that. The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, the remake. I don't know. A lot of people are going it was better than, the remake. The original was better. I don't know. I really liked the remake. I need to see the original. My dad saw it and said he didn't like it that much. And I heard a lot of people saying that a lot of people did say they liked the remake better. The other one I really liked was Bridesmaids, which is basically a female hangover. But I don't know, in some ways I found it a little bit funnier. Super 8, which I really did like. It felt very much like an early Steven Spielberg film. I know Steven Spielberg didn't direct it, but it really had that vibe to it. The next one was Another Earth, which I thought was a very, very well done movie. And it was basically, the movie's basically about a woman that in the beginning of the film accidentally gets in an accident and kills this mother and child, and the husband lives. And, she, after she gets out of jail, goes to try and talk to the husband, and then, she can't tell him what happened, so she ends up working for him. But yet at the same time, right when the accident happened, they discovered another Earth, and a lot of different things in that. Attack the Block, which is another one that I thought was a very well done, British horror film, horror science fiction movie about a group of, like a street gang of kids that end up discovering this alien that came out of the sky, and they basically are hunting and trying to kill off all of them. And the next one is Hobo with a Shotgun, which I don't know. I really thought Hobo with a Shotgun was a well done throwback to like grindhouse style films about Rutger Hauer as a upset guy who's like a homeless guy who basically ends up in this town where everybody is horrible to each other, raping everybody. They're all killers. It's like all types of terrible people, and he's had enough of it, so he starts basically killing all the bad people. The next one is Rise of the Planet of the Apes, which I thought, for a pretty mainstream movie, I thought was very well done. The first remake of Planet of the Apes, the Tim Burton one, when I saw that in theaters, I thought it was okay. It wasn't amazing. And all the apes were CG, and I can look past that because a lot of the stuff that they did in it, an animal actor wouldn't have been able to do some of the stuff. Some of it, I don't know why they didn't use it, but I didn't know why for some of the sequences, but I guess it's easier in the end to just do it all CG. And that's pretty much the way Hollywood does everything now. The next one was Drive, which I thought was really cool. A total, some people complained about the soundtrack to it, going, what's with this 80s music? And I love the music. I thought the music that they used, and it's not 80s music, it's current music that sounds very 80s. Like pop, crazy, like I don't know what the term for it is, but it's the character who's, you never hear his name, and it's Ryan Gosling. They never mention the character's name. He's just, I think he's like called the driver, and basically, he starts to work for this guy. It's hard to explain these. I just really want to go through these. The next one was Human Centipede 2, which is twisted, but was so well done. The cinematography in it was amazing. The black and white really worked. And, it's twisted, but it was well done. And then Harold and Kumar 3D, which, the Christmas one, which I thought was really funny. I thought it was pretty raunchy, but funny. And I'm looking forward to seeing the director's New American Pie movie. And Hugo, that was in 3D too, which was another really good one that did not do very well, but was really good. It's funny, a lot of the movies that I mentioned, I think only like 2 of them are in the actual top, money movies of the year. Now these are ones that I liked, but wouldn't consider my favorites. Like the ones I said in the first list are ones I think you should go out and definitely get. Most of these ones you should get, but they're not like, it's not as big of a hurry to get them. Horrible Bosses, which I thought was funny. Paranormal Activity 3, which out of the compare the first one to the second one, I like the first one, but I think out of all of them, I really liked the third one. I thought it was very creepy. There was stuff in it that really worked. And I'm also interested in seeing when the Blu-ray comes out to see what they cut and the different endings and stuff. The next one was The Beaver, and that was a good Mel Gibson movie, with him basically going crazy and basically talking through a beaver. And, it sounds kind of crazier than it is, but it was good. The next one was Fright Night, and, that was a remake, but it really was pretty well done. Don't Be Afraid of the Dark, which is another one that's worth watching. It's a remake of a 70s TV film. Kevin Smith's Red State, which was him trying something really different. A serious, pretty much horror kind of dramatic thing. And I don't know, a lot of people seemed to like it, then some people didn't get his reasoning behind it. But I don't know, I thought it was good. Sanctum, and that was about a group of people exploring a cave, and they're deep in the cave, and the cave is flooding, and they have to get out. The Mechanic, which was a remake, which, I don't know, I thought was alright. Bad Teacher, Cedar Rapids, Take Me Home Tonight, Source Code. Arthur was worth watching for a remake. It was funny. There were some funny aspects in it. Scream 4, Final Destination 5, which was 3D, which I thought the 3D was really good. The only place you can get the 3D version of it if you have the TV is Best Buy. 30 Minutes or Less, Tower Heist, which I thought for an Eddie Murphy movie, which is basically why I wanted to see it, I thought it was one of his best movies in a long time. I like Norbert. It was silly. It's not a good movie. It would be what I would call one of the best worst movies. So the 2 best worst movies of the year, which most people didn't see and kind of said they were shit before they ever saw them. And they're bad movies, but they're funny. They're really funny in a cheesy, silly way. And they're both Adam Sandler produced movies. Jack and Jill, which like I'm saying, it's a shitty movie, but it's fucking funny. That's just like Best Worst Movie. It's a terrible, Troll 2 is a really poorly made movie, but it's just funny in the acting and just everything about it. And Jack and Jill was really funny, and there were some really funny sequences in it. Just like Bucky Larson, which most people just saw the trailers, what are you gonna see this week? Bucky Larson. And most people from that wouldn't see it. When I saw that, I'm like, I'm going to see it. And I thought Christina Ricci, knew when she was in it, she knew it was bad, but she was having fun with it. And I thought it was funny. I thought it was a really pretty funny movie with a lot. I truthfully laughed at that as much as I laughed at someone like Mr. Bean and some things that are really funny, which there's not too much of that comes along where I'm laughing at the entire movie. And if you like raunchy, gross-out movies and just sort of dirty stuff, it's pretty funny. And the least favorite movies of the year was The Wright, which I hated that. I thought that Anthony Hopkins was in that, and it was just horrible. Big Mama's House, like Father Like Son. Now, some people would say you didn't like that, but you like Bucky Larson. Well, Big Mama's House, I didn't think it was very funny. I thought there was, maybe 3 or 4 jokes that were funny, but it seemed very old. And I don't know, I just had enough of it. I liked the first Big Mama's House movie. The second one was alright. Paul Giamatti was really good in the first movie. I liked everything about the first movie. The second one was just getting a little tiresome. The third, though, just really got to okay. It's just got really stupid. Now, I also didn't like that Red Riding Hood movie. I like Amanda Seyfried, but I did not like that. I thought everybody in that movie was sort of just getting through it. They kind of look like, okay, let's get this shit done. And you can tell, when people are just sort of trying to get something done. And Gary Oldman, everybody was just sort of phoning it in to get it done. The next one I didn't like was Creature. And I like a lot of B movies. That's what I act in. I act in those kind of movies. But I did not like Creature very much. I thought Sid Haig was good, but I thought it was overall a really weird decision to put it in a pretty wide release. I don't really know why that was decided upon, because everything like that would normally go where it would have done really good on the Sci-Fi Channel, would have done really good on Chiller, would have done good straight to video. I don't know why theaters, and I know it was not a good move for it. And it, hopefully, I mean, I'd probably watch it again, but I didn't like it very much. I might give it another shot. Straw Dogs, the remake, wasn't terrible. I just did not like it. I love the original one. The new one just added nothing to it. Now this is one that was probably one of the top worst, because I just thought it was so just boring. Was The Big Year, with Jack Black and Steve Martin basically, and Owen Wilson basically looking at birds and trying to find birds in the whole movie. And there was just something about it. It was like one of the boringest things. And I can sit through movies that are all dialogue and real slow movies, but just something about this. There was like nothing to this. It was so not funny, so PG, and like real like PG, not even PG, I don't know, just ugh. And I did not like The Thing very much. That was one of the other ones. I just didn't care for it. The original was so well done, and I know the original was a remake of I think 50s. I can't remember when the original came out, but John Carpenter's were so good. Everything about the original was great. Just and the last one on the this cough. I'm starting to lose my voice now. The last one on the list that I really didn't care for, and a lot of people love this movie. And, I got what it was. I watch arty movies. I understand what the movie was about. I got everything. But I couldn't take it, was The Tree of Life. I had never been in a movie in so long, and I wanted to get up and leave from so bad, because I was there with my parents and brother, and they were sitting through it. But I wanted to leave that movie so bad, I can't even tell you. When it had those sequences that went on and on with the dinosaurs and like the eruptions of the volcanoes, I was just sitting there like, oh, okay, I get it. And like like I said, I understand what was going on, but the sequences went on so long. It was like they could have just had someone taking a dump in a close-up, and it would have, I don't know. It was one of those things. I don't know. I just couldn't stand it. I wanted to leave so bad. But anyway, though, like I said, I didn't want to go into too much detail about these movies, but I wanted to basically just go and talk about a little bit about the movies that I thought were the best, and and I guess you would say runner-ups are the best. So the first part was like the ones that I think you should definitely go out right away and see. The second ones were good, but not like my favorites of them. And then the runners, the worst and the best worst ones. Anyway, though, thanks a lot for watching. Sorry for the lack of videos. Like I said, I've been sick. Also, I've been just trying to, figure out what to film. And, it's been colder out and all this kind of stuff. So I just haven't really been able to, have a whole lot to film. Anyway, though, I'll have a DVD update soon. It won't be a huge update because I haven't really bought a whole ton. And there's just not as much. Like today, hardly anything came out I wanted. Anyway, though, I'll see you guys later. And like I said, thanks a lot for watching and for subscribing.